Hi, my name is Adam Havrilla, and I would like to welcome you to this month's Flowers What's Next. We are going to take our floral bouquet and create this edible floral centerpiece that is sure going to be amazing for your guests. Let's prep all of our items to begin with. So first we're going to have is our terracotta dish. That is going to be the base, and floral foam that's going to go inside of this. What we're going to want to do is soak the floral foam. I'm using the vase of water just to show you how it should be done, but you could float this in your sink or in a bowl. You always just want to let it go down on its own. Floral foam will come in different colors. It'll come in different shades of green. This is the midnight foam that is black when it's soaked. While the foam is soaking, let's prep our container. These terracotta pots often have a hole in it, and even if it doesn't, we want to line the inside, and I'm going to use a plastic garbage bag. The reason we line them is that terracotta will seep that water from the arrangement and leave a wet spot on your counter or on your table. So by lining it with a plastic garbage bag, it'll prevent the water from getting through. Once the bag's in, I go in and we're gonna cut the excess off. And again, this will prevent it from seeping through. You will not get water everywhere in your home or wherever you put this. So just an easy line. You could certainly use a bowl if you have one that fits, but I used the plastic bag. As you can see, it's slowly going down and the color is changing. The reason we do that, we just don't pour water over the top, is because once you put water over the top, the middle will never get moisture in it, and then our flowers will die. So we want to make sure we have that. All right, our foam is now soaked and it is very heavy. So next we're gonna do is we want to cut it to fit inside of here. I use a serrated knife. Here's a bread knife that I use. It just cuts through so evenly. We're gonna take our foam, put it right inside, and then we're gonna take some more pieces from the same brick. And this foam you can get at the store, you can get it at a craft store. It comes in many, many locations, so there's no reason for you not to have it. And again, we're making sure that the plastic bag is perfectly lining this so the pieces don't fall away. And I just go in and cut the pieces and put it around. So then you have the foam, it's all one level, that's super important. And it's a little bit below the base of the container. So now that we have the foam in there, what we're going to do is take a piece of plastic wrap, put it over the top, and just put it in, and then you can trim around it to make sure that this fits pretty evenly. You can still stick the flowers through the plastic wrap, but the reason we put the plastic wrap on is because when we use our moss, you can use reindeer moss, this is sheet moss. When we use the moss, it's a natural material, so it'll soak up the water, and what the plastic wrap does is it creates a little barrier there. So then we can just go in and we can put the moss right in. And then it looks like our pot has moss and you don't see any of the things inside. Beautifully done. Helpful hint, you are gonna wanna water your arrangement, so just when you water it, just pick this up from the corner and take the plastic wrap up and just pour the water inside there. But for our purposes, completely covered, and our container is now ready to go. Now that we have the container ready, I've already pre-sorted these gorgeous browns and creams. So romantic these flowers are this month. I absolutely love this color palette. So we are gonna start. First thing we're gonna add is our gorgeous lily. We wanna make sure that we leave enough space for it to open. So let's go ahead and make this our focal flower at the top, because that's gonna open up beautifully and be absolutely stunning. Next is our gorgeous quicksand roses. We're gonna remove the foliage because we wanna be able to see and grab those donuts and the fruit, and we don't want our foliage to cover that up on us. And just push the stems right through the moss, through that plastic, into the foam as deep as you can go. That way they continue to drink water. Balance is important. We have a rose here, a rose here. We're gonna do the same with these gorgeous little bonbons. Again, removing the foliage and putting them in. And as you notice, there's plenty of space, negative space, around each stem. That's going to allow for us to put our fruit and people to reach in and grab what they want out of our gorgeous design. These carnations, I think, are some of my absolute favorite. They are stem dyed, that beautiful earthy maca color. I get very excited still when I see flowers. I'm sure you do too, but they just make me happy in so many ways. We're gonna place these down a little bit. Next we have our gorgeous Austrameria. Again, you can remove some of this foliage so you can see the completed version. Let's put one there. And again, we are all about balance, so we're gonna balance it off on this side. Do you see all that space in between the stems? It's absolutely perfect for what we need it to be. Next we have some of our daisies. If they have long laterals like this, laterals are the stem of the flower, let's go ahead and pop some of those off. Go there, and we're gonna do the same thing with this stem. We're gonna pop it off. This daisy is actually called Tequila. I think the name is really cool, and I think the flower is absolutely stunning. Putting that in, making sure we have space. Now that we have these little guys, take two at a time in your hand, give it a fresh trim, and go ahead and put it into the foam. You can do that all around, removing the foliage. And I have 3 left, so I'll just go ahead and put all 3 of these together. Again, cutting and putting it into the foam. All right, what do we have left? We have 2 of these gorgeous color-enhanced ruscus, as well as the color-enhanced Euryngenium. For the ruscus, we want to cut it in pieces about that size. We want to keep it a little bit short so we can go in and just tuck a few of them, we don't need a lot, into the base. This color next to that terracotta, is this not the most romantic palette you've seen? I love these colors. And this is just a heavier color, so it just bases the design. And we're gonna do the same thing with the Euryngenium. We're just gonna cut these off. And they're gonna go at the edge of the vessel, all the way around. As you can see, lots of negative space within there. We have plenty of room to add our delicious little treats we're gonna do. So we have our fruit. I already skewered this, some cantaloupes and honeydew and a little watermelon. And how could I resist these powdered sugar and cinnamon donut holes that are perfect with this color palette? This actually goes really well too, if you think about it. That cantaloupe and the honeydew, perfect. So we're gonna put these in, making sure that none of them touch any other floral component, and where people can go in and grab what they wish. And you can have these already preset in your fridge, so as people are grabbing them, you can go in and add a few more. These donut holes are perfect. Aren't those perfect? Very excited about that. And again, we don't want to touch flowers with food items. I mean, nothing will happen, but why not be extra clean? That's why I put these together before I did the design. What do you think? Is this not such a great idea for your next event? To create an edible and floral centerpiece that everybody's going to love to explore. I hope you like it. I can't wait to see yours. Remember, like and subscribe, and we will definitely see you next month.